Hello traders, it is me Krasmir Panayotov back in the Rich Spirit channel. We are here guys live from St. Petersburg, Russia to provide this trading forex analysis for the next week and to get this money, to get prepared and get the work done. Now let's guys get started with some of the most traded pairs and let's check out also gold, US30 and some other bangers which you can trade and which we all can profit from. Now this is the Euro USD chart guys, Euro USD 1 hour chart, but I'm going to switch to daily so we can see what a strong bullish move we had this week. And the last week we have these 5 candles here formed. We had a very bullish week for the euro after the Fed news this week, and we had a breakout from a long-term downtrend. Now if we go to the 4-hour, we can easily see that here the market started slowing down. I started waiting for the news release, and this was that the Fed decided to keep the percentages. The Fed decided to keep the percentages for the US economy, and this is what drove the euro so high. Now in this case guys, for everyone who took a buy trade on this pair, I didn't because I was trading other instruments. They could take a nice profit here, and as you can see on the resistance level we have this beautiful pattern which says that if the price closes with such a big candle like the previous one and the next candle continue going down, then probably is better to go out of the market because this is a reversal pattern, and this is exactly what happened. The price started falling down, so even after you see such pattern you should be already ready to exit the buy trade. Now what we can expect on the next week? First, we can see some more continuation to these previous highs over here, and from there maybe to observe another push to the upside, probably to this previous high, or even if the price breaks the resistance we can continue to these previous highs over here on the 4-hour or to the next resistance zone. So after that guys, you should be aware that this may be just a correction of this bearish move, and after that we can see some more bear power because of the fundamental analysis that is going on. Of course we can also drive with the market to these previous resistance areas. This is a strong resistance area for the market, and as you can see the market started forming something like a triangle or something like a pennant pattern. If we break out these highs, then we will probably test this high over here and maybe go even further, but I'm more skeptical about this. I think that soon, if the US economy recovers faster than the euro, then the euro will start falling down to the previous levels. So let's move to the next market guys, and let this be the Great Britain pound US dollar. Here on the daily chart we can see a similar thing, with this difference that the bullish move on the GBP started even one more week ago. So we have these 5 candles here, this all bullish move, and then a rejection of this support and resistance level. Now let's draw the support and resistance levels so we can show again to the beginners how we do it. The ultimate highs, the thing is to match all the lows and all the highs with one single support and resistance levels. Now you see all these highs here make a resistance for the price, and after the price is broken we have support for the price is going up. The same thing here. Now in this case, guys, we reach the resistance zone and we have this beautiful bearish engulfing candle, which can signal that the price will start falling to the previous support areas. Now where are the previous support areas? You can clearly see one. Let me zoom out so you can better see. I want to go back. Let's see. Okay, that's one of the support and resistance levels that I like pretty much. Another way how you can do this is you just switch to line chart and you see where are all the support and resistance levels. Now here you see all these lows here, that's also a support and resistance level. So let's draw the chart, and now let's check it with the candlestick lines. And as you can see how the price is actually respecting these zones. So let's leave it like this and see what we can have here. Now I started trading this pair with a double top, guys. You see this pattern that forms here, the double top, and I started selling the market after we broke this neckline over here, but unfortunately I was wrong, at least for now, and the price started going back up. But since we have this double top pattern, and since we broke this neckline right here, then I believe we still have the 80% chance for the market to start going bearish. And what is the take profit on such pattern? You just take the height of the pattern, you apply it after the breakout, which was here, and you expect the price to reach this area from the 70 to 100% of the target. There you can take profit. And if we go back, we can see that this is also a support area for the price. So maybe we should get our profit even a little bit earlier. And this is my plan about this pair, if I'm going to take a trade here. But now I will share with you guys where I took a trade, and this was the Great Britain Pound GBPY, the Japanese yen. And I'll leave this market for now, but here what we can expect next week is pullback to this support area, maybe another test to the resistance, maybe even the market can continue higher, nobody knows. Or we can start trending bearish, test these lows over here or this support area and make some consolidation here or here. This is what I expect for the next 1-2 weeks. Let's now go to GBPJPY and show you my trade there. Now this is the 1 hour chart, and you can see how the trend has broken. But now I will go to the daily chart, and why not even weekly? You see here we had this triangle pattern, which after the breakout reached its target. How much is the target? Nearly as much as is the size of the beginning of the triangle pattern. And as you can see, we have reached about 60% of this target, and here is a strong resistance area. Now there is a chance to reach this maximum price, this maximum target for this triangle, because here you can see that there is a resistance level on this chart. But what else we can see is that the price starts already making some it actually broke out of a trend. Let's go to the daily and see this closely. Here is your trend, right? And here you break out of the trend, so you're no longer in a bullish market. This is what the trend line breakout says. And then what we have here, after the breakout we started trending bearish. Here we found a support, here is your support, the previous lows, and the market started reversing for a correction probably. Why correction? Because after every bullish move we have a correction to make another bullish move, another correction, and another bullish move. The same thing with the bearish market. We here seems to have a correction of this whole bearish move, and this is why I started selling this pair. And why exactly? Because we had this bearish market, we corrected to the upside, and we reached this important resistance area. Why resistance area? Because here you have these highs, then the market started supporting the price from this area. Here the prices was in a consolidation, and here you can see that the price acted bearish after the resistance area got broken, or the support, never mind, it's support and resistance. Then when it was tested, the market again gave a bearish signal, this candle here, and shooted down to the next support areas. And now we're pulling back to this resistance. We have two bearish signals. First is the pin bar, which is a sign of market indecision, and then we have another bearish candle going down, showing that the market is rejecting this area of resistance. So I started selling this pair. Let's go to the 4-hour and see what we have here. First thing was this area right here, and this is where I started thinking about selling the pair. Let's go to the 1-hour chart and see, started observing the chart, if it's going to make a strong breakout from the trend like sometimes does, or we will have a retest. And on the next day the price made a retest of the same bullish trend line, and since we got it to this level, I draw my Fibonacci on the chart. If you have any questions about any tool, guys, you can write me in my Facebook profile, you can find it in the YouTube page. And here the price reached the 61.8 area on the Fibonacci retracement, and I started selling again the pair. We have a bearish candle here which initiated my trade, and I started selling the pair somewhere here with an intention. Also, of course, you can see here the head and shoulders pattern. Let me show you. Let this be our neckline. Here we have the left shoulder, the head, and the retest after breakout of the bullish trend line. You have the right shoulder. And of course, we broke out of the head and shoulders, and now we can take first profit. The same size as is the size of the head and shoulders, so we apply after the breakout here, and we take profit on the next support area. So somewhere here I'll take my profit, and that's it for this trade. But this is also a long-term sell trade for me. Let's go back to the daily. Let's again draw our resistance area which started the trade. Also, guys, you can see that this is a weekly resistance area. you see this high over here, that's very important resistance, and here we have reached this weekly resistance. So here we are back again testing these weekly resistances, and I want to share with you how I want to make a long-term swing trade on this pair. If everything goes good, let's go back to daily. I will take 3 profit targets. The first one is the head and shoulders on the 1 hour chart, right here, right where I show you, on the support area. Then it comes the daily target, this support area right here. After that we have another daily head and shoulders. You see, this is the left shoulder, the head and the right shoulder. And I will wait for what? For breakout of this neckline. If we break out here, I'm going to wait and hold the trade. How much? Well, the same target as is on every head and shoulders pattern. So I'll take profit somewhere here, which is also maybe this level as best support area. Of course later you have another one here, but I think this one is the most fair level for taking profits. And this is my long-term plan for this pair. Since we have broken the uptrend here, we are now in a bearish market, so let's see what the market can give us. Of course this can all fail and we can continue go bullish, but we'll analyze it and we'll see in the future. Now let's go guys to some other pair, because we have spent enough time here with enough tips for the beginners. Let's analyze also gold, because it was a furious week on gold. Let me just find the chart. Here it is, the daily chart. I have lost my support and resistance levels, but I will draw them back for you. Now, one very important support and resistance area we have here. Another one is this support and resistance area. You see these two highs, these lows and these lows here. Let's make some more on the chart. This sounds like a fair support and resistance area. This high, this lows, low, 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 low. Okay, and this is, we can even make it a little bit fatter, like this, and you see how we had some sort of retest of this area. Now let's analyze from a bit earlier. I'll just draw one more support and resistance area right here, all these lows and these highs. It's a very, very important area for me. Now what we had here, we had a massive drop here. The big banks started getting all their profits from this bullish move, and they closed the price around this area of support. Then they started again buying the pair, and we had a strong push to the upside, and then for 2 weeks a correction to this area. If we measure the Fibonacci here, we have the 50% retracement on gold. And then was the thing. Let's go to the 4 hour and analyze. Will we have this head and shoulders pattern, left shoulder, head and right shoulder, and we'll push the price down to these previous lows, or we will have a bounce back from this area? And this is what I was also analyzing. Now I need to teach you one thing, guys, especially for the beginners. Know that you have to know that this is not a good head and shoulders pattern. Why? Let me tell you why. Because the head and shoulders pattern, here it is, right? The left, the head and the right shoulder should not be bigger than the whole trend. And how much is your trend? Your trend here is this big, right? And it ends here. So the uptrend is more than the consolidation and the reversal pattern. This should not be like this. Let me tell you, if this is the size of the bullish trend from the beginning to here, your head and shoulders should be something very small like this, so it can be reversal. Let me tell you what I mean. You see a beautiful uptrend. Here you have the double top, but let's imagine it's head and shoulders. It should be very small in size. So don't confuse that this is a head and shoulders pattern. Of course, if we broke this support area, the price would reach probably these previous lows. But in this case, the price respected the support. And I was also interested in selling the pair, guys. Don't get me wrong, but I started to see these bullish engulfings, and I knew that something is wrong and that there are still bullish force on this market. And let's go back to 1 hour so I can show you my trade. This one, the last bullish candle, I was ready to sell the pair here. I think I even got into sell, and I was close. Here the price started almost breaking the support area, but then it made this engulfing candle, and I started buying the pair right from the beginning of the next candle. So this was my entry here. I set a stop loss under these wicks right here, and I went to sleep. On the next day, you see also we break this downtrend, and on the next day, no, still the same night, the price was testing this resistance area right here. Where is the resistance? You see all these highs here. That was the resistance. I was thinking, should I take a profit or should I go to sleep? And I decided to move my stop loss a little higher and let my trade go. Let me see where. I believe my stop loss was here or at the entry point, never mind. Or I let it on the support area so it can be retested once again. And on the next day I woke up somewhere here and decided to close my trade somewhere here after this bearish engulfing candle. And after that, of course, the market continued to the upside, but without me it's okay. I took a fair profit from here to here, so it's pretty enough pips for the risk that I have taken. And now we have the correction on gold reaching this previous support area. Now I'll be honest with you guys, I started buying the pair already, and I'll expect another push to the upside and maybe test of this resistance area right here. Then if everything is good, let's go back to the daily. Here we can have inverted head and shoulders. So left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. Now there is one more advanced strategy that says that such head and shoulders can be traded as a continuational pattern after a long bullish uptrend, and this is my plan. If everything goes good, I will try to push this trade to this previous ultimate high, and this would be beautiful. Fucked up this chart. I guess I went too long in the past. So here, guys, on the 4-hour chart you see a bullish pin bar or just a doji candle, which often says that the market will reverse. Now what else can happen after such a big bullish move? Very often after such massive bullish move, the banks are taking profits and selling the pair until the previous support area, the beginning of all these trends. So my stop loss in this case will be again under this support area, and this is my plan. Maybe I can close one of the trades since the price start breaking this support area, but this is what I'm about to do. So have in mind that the market can test these lows once again, or even it can continue bearish. That's it for this market, guys. Let's see something else. Also, EURJPY, here we are already in a bearish market since we broke the uptrend. And here is something interesting, guys, that if this is now the bearish trend, we have two pin bars right here, which can give a signal that the price will continue go bearish. And this is also an interesting trading idea for another sell trade, because if we go to the 4-hour, here you can see the downtrend and a very nice flag or wedge pattern, which if gets broken, we can expect another push to the downside like this, or even lower. First will be the test of these previous lows. That's it, guys. Here you have a nice support area, so this can be your, maybe even these lows here can be your profit target. What else we have on this pair? No, for now that's pretty much all. Let's draw a channel here to indicate our trend, something like this. So after we reach the resistance of this trend line, we should go back again bearish. Okay, that's it for this chart. If not, if we go bullish, then we'll test these highs and lows over here, maybe even the resistance area. Let's see what else I've been trading. I've been trading the US30, guys, and this is the 30-minute chart. You can see this consolidation. I expected we to break out bullish, and I will tell you why. This is the daily chart. You see it's trending up very strong. This is due to the American and the Fed politics about printing more and more money, so the dollar has now less value and more values have instruments like gold, like the stock markets, the indexes, the euro, anything. So what the market does here, it creates a resistance, it breaks out and continue bullish. Let's see again, creates a resistance, two highs, makes correction, break out from this area, make a retest and continue goes bullish. And this you can observe over and over, makes two highs, break out and continue. Here the same thing, makes short-term resistance, break it and continues bullish. And here now we have the same thing, we have the resistance and we have the corrections and idea for breaking out. So if we break out from here, we can expect another move, and this was exactly my plan. And on the 4-hour chart you can see the market consolidating like this. So we need a breakout from these highs over here, and I started buying the pair somewhere here. Let's go back to the 1-hour chart. You see this beautiful trend. It was pretty clear that the market is trending, so I started buying, I believe somewhere here, and I took some profits here. Also let the trade run if it can actually break out, but it didn't. It started reversing. I took some small losses. This was a scalping trading, and here after the correction I again started buying the pair, took some profit here on this mini area, this one here, and then the market again started correcting. Here it even broke these previous lows. You see this candle? I was still in a buy trade and decided to set my stop loss a little bit lower than these candles, because even lower than that, somewhere here, because sometimes it just hits the stop losses and go back bullish. And this is how it did this time. It went back bullish. Now again retesting. Here will be a big fight for a breakout. It will or break from the downside or from the upside, and this will probably define the next big move. How we trade a consolidation: we take the size of the consolidation, and after the breakout we apply it and we take profit somewhere here. So this is all for today's weekly analysis, guys. I wish I could analyze a little bit more pairs. Here we have the head and shoulders pattern, pretty good reversal pattern. So we're still in a downtrend, very obvious. Let's measure the size of the head and shoulders. Okay, so this move is pretty much over. If I have to be honest with you, the size of the head and shoulders is nearly that big. Here is the breakout. So it reached nearly 70-80% of the whole move. So you already can take a profit and get out. Plus you're on a support level. So if now we see some very strong bullish candle, it will break this downtrend and we'll start correcting a little bit. And this is about AUD USD. What else we can check? USDCAD, that was a nice pair that broke a long-term downtrend, and now we're trending bullish. Interesting here is that on the daily we had 2 days correcting very strongly, and we're back at a support area right here, and we can start buying the pair again with the trend and make some money to the upside. Okay, or the other thing is that the market, after this breakout of the downtrend, we can make a retest of the same downtrend to this area somewhere, for example, and only then with some double bottom to continue go bullish. This is also a nice scenario, but probably the market will continue go bullish next week. Let's check out also New Zealand CAD. Where is this beautiful pair? I want to mention something, guys, that here we broke a downtrend trend line and we had this strong bullish move. I took some trades around this area. I closed some profits here, but then when I bought around this area, I went in a loss, so I closed my trades. Now we are still at the support area, and if we observe some bullish engulfing candle or some nice signal, we can enter for a bullish trade until this resistance area, and that's also a cool setup. If not, we can continue this consolidation for a while. We can make some flag pattern here, something like this. We can break it down and continue the downtrend. Okay, what else we can analyze? EURGBP. Here I have one more trade, guys. You see here we had a head and shoulders which went nearly as much as is the size of the head and shoulders. So we reached this support area and now we're consolidating around it. Also here you have breakout of this downtrend channel. We have now retest of the support area and of the previous lows, and then we have 2 pin bars, which is a sign for a reversal, and then engulfing candle. So I am here bullish on this market. Will take my next profit here, and if the things are going good, one profit I will take here around this area. So this for me is pretty attractive support area for longing the pair, and Now, after the Brexit, the Britain economy will face some difficulties, so I believe the move can continue to the upside. Thank you guys for the patience to be here to observe this analysis. It was very big pleasure for me to step again in my rich spirit humble YouTube channel. If you're new to the trading or to this channel, you can subscribe easily with a button somewhere here, and you can support me like this with giving like to the videos. And if you have any questions, guys, just don't hesitate to ask me in the Facebook profile. I wish you happy trading here from Russia, from Bulgaria, from Bulgarian spirit, and see you in the next videos. Peace.